If you watched my previous videos about low T and the symptoms of low T, now finally, smiley face, today we talk about on how to fix it. Alright, so how to bring your testosterone back up naturally. Number one is ginseng. Korean ginseng has shown to increase your testosterone by like 30-40%. Now, here's the thing. The quality is very important because real ginseng from Korea is a very expensive root, and it could cost you a couple $100. Now, I'm not saying that the ginseng they sell in some stores and as a supplement form might not have a positive effect, but research has shown that high quality ginseng, and by the way, the chemical structure of ginseng is very close to testosterone, so it's almost like a cousin, and it's all natural. So if you get your hands on good quality ginseng, go for it. It will help. Number two is Tribulus. Now, Tribulus is sold as supplements, all over, pretty much every brand has it. And research also has shown that Tribulus will increase your testosterone. Ashwagandha. Now, ashwagandha is a very powerful herb that also increases testosterone. A lot of doctors are using it, herbal doctors, for patients to help them to get the testosterone back. A friend of mine, he had testicle cancer and he lost 50-60% of his natural testosterone, and when the doctor put him back on ashwagandha, he got about 35% back from what he lost, which is quite impressive with just a natural ingredient. Next one is the DHEA. DHEA, is a very powerful, hormone that will kick up your testosterone. But also watch out with this one, because if your competitor athlete, they might detect this in your blood if you take too much of that. I think that one is also considered doping, even though it's a supplement and you can buy it in every store. But that tells you it works. Next one is pine bark. Pine bark, I know it sounds kind of funny, like the bark of a pine tree, but that one has a lot of positive effects, and it's a very expensive supplement or ingredient. Now, pine bark, it also depends on where it's coming from. The best pine bark you can get is the one from the French Alps. That one has the highest quality of pine bark. The one that helps you the most with raising your testosterone. And also, this one stimulates your collagen formation. So, this is pretty much the only ingredient I know that is really powerful to stimulate your own collagen formation. And I'm not talking about like taking collagen supplement which just supports it. This one actually stimulates your own collagen. Next one is L-arginine. L-arginine, is an amino acid that's in a lot of amino acid blends, in a lot of protein powders. It's found in a lot of protein sources such as meat sources and fish. That one is very powerful also to raise your testosterone. And then, we go down here. Zinc is a very powerful, not as powerful as those here, but zinc is very good in raising your T, and also vitamin D. Now, zinc is actually good with, maybe you heard about the supplement ZMA, which is basically zinc, magnesium, and B6 vitamin. That combination has shown to really raise your testosterone. More so than by itself. Then Tomcat. Tomcat Alley kind of like should be actually here in the top, because this one I have a personal experience. This one really helps with raising your testosterone. Now, again, I know I keep, I sound like a broken record, but it is really important with those herbs to really get it from a good, natural, potent source. There's a lot of shady supplement companies out there, and they, you don't get this potent quality. So make sure when you buy Tomcat Alley, oh, by the way, it's also known as Long Jack, okay? Some companies sell it as Long Jack. Yeah, like long and jack, like jackass, Long Jack. So that one is a very powerful testosterone booster. Horny goat wheat, yeah, that one posts your testosterone also, but it more so plays around with with your blood pressure, and that one certainly helps you with your erectile dysfunction, which we mentioned in the previous video. Now that one will help. Some people, I tried it myself. I liked it. Yes, it does work at certain doses, but there's a but. I just got dizzy. I kept getting headaches, so I had to discontinue it. But it does work, and just because I had a side effect does not mean you will have it too. So try it out. And Maca Root. Maca Root is I take this every day, but honestly I don't take it because of raising my T. I take it because it damn tastes good. It has like this, it's like this nutty taste powder. When you mix it with your protein and some fruits and stuff, holy, that tastes good. And it has a great effect. It helps me with getting my T up. And saw palmetto. Saw palmetto is also also raises your testosterone, but it's also known as a DHT blocker. So for people that lose their hair or they're predisposed losing hair or as prevention, this one will block the conversion to DHT, and therefore more testosterone goes to the right place. Yeah, this one I can't even pronounce, the Shanglit extract, which that's a pretty new one. When I researched that one is coming up more and more. They even sell it on Amazon now. It's a fairly expensive powder herb, which worker in the Himalaya are using. Apparently that gives them so much energy and raises the testosterone that those workers, there's a particular name for that for them. If scientists or or hikers go up to the Himalaya, they pay quite a bit the people to bring the package, the luggage, and the tents and everything up. So those guys take that stuff for centuries. They take it for like a long time. It is fairly kind of newer, for the Western world. Personally, I have no experience with this one. I don't know if it works. My friend swears about it. He said it works awesome. So try it out. So, okay, so now you have like a whole list on natural herbs that really help. I mean, we talk about there's science and research behind it. I'm not just putting some on a piece of paper. I'm just guessing. Okay, there has been tons of research that may help you raise your testosterone. Now, personally, I want to give you my personal opinion about some of them. I have experience, and yes, it does work, with good quality of ginseng. Number one, I have had experience with Tribulus, also works. Ashwagandha, hell yeah, it works. This one I'm still taking every day. DHEA, yes, it works. Trust me, you can feel the difference. Pine bark, I have tons of pine bark in my amino acids mixed in. One of my products I'm selling. Pine bark I'm using anyways. Yes, Larginine, sure, no brainer. Zinc, vitamin D, I'm using, and Tomcat I'm using. So and maca powder. So I'm actually using quite a few. But in my opinion, if you don't want to buy all of them, the most powerful is good quality ginseng, ashwagandha, and DHEA. Those are my and Tomcat. Those are my top 4. If you don't want to spend too much money, but want to buy supplements that really help you raising your T. All right, so I mean, and as you know, those are the herbs. Okay, now if none of that works because you have such low T or some sort of issue, then you can seek a doctor, a professional, like go to a male clinic, and they can prescribe you synthetic testosterone or bioidentical testosterone through injections or creams. They have all that kind of stuff. Now that one I would only recommend if it's really necessary, because keep in mind, once you put any synthetic replacement therapy in your body, it will shut down your own production even more, which means once you start, you have to take it until you go. Okay? I hope this information was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. And thanks for watching. Give me likes because it helps my YouTube channel. And if you know somebody who needs to hear this, feel free to share. Thanks.